That's a good question.
Coach, first day of practice, what do you think?
Well, I think, again, I want to compliment the NCAA on the rules for allowing us to work with them in the summer and the fall. It's only 8 hours a week, but we are so much more prepared at this time of the year. And this was the first day of practice, and I went for an hour and a half. How many first days of practice when it used to be the hard October 15th? You'd go 3 hours, you'd take a rest, you'd come back for 2 more, it'd be double sessions. We don't have to do that now. And so as a result, we're putting the kids in positions to be more successful.
What do you think about your newcomers so far?
I think the newcomers are good. I think the best thing about it would be, let's just say Jared, Ronnie, LaRon, Danjel, Steven's still a newcomer, Anthony and Mustafa. I think they've picked up on things pretty quickly. And that's important, especially the point guards, to be able to pick up on what we're trying to do. And so I think they're all going to have impact. And the best part of our team right now is the fact that right now we got 10 or 11 guys that can play, and we will play 10 or 11 guys.
From your standpoint, you went 90 minutes, but it seemed like 70 of it was defense and 70 of it was going 94 feet defense.
Right.
That's got to be a little different than you've ever done here.
It is. Interestingly enough, when you get a really well-coached player out of high school, his defense is usually on par ahead of his offense. Surprisingly, defense is the hardest thing for young players and newcomers to learn. So we're going to spend a lot of time on it and get good at it, because I have no concerns about our ability to score. Defense and first shot rebounding is going to be our challenge.
Just to the naked eye, you look longer and athletic out there. A lot of hands on the ball when everything's loose. I'm sure you just like seeing that.
I do.
Raw athleticism.
We're a little more athleticism. We are a little longer. We're a little quicker. But if we don't use it to our advantage, it's no use in having it. Our centers weigh 215 pounds each. There's not a center in the SEC that's less than 230, 240. So we're giving away a lot. We're light in the bucket at the 5 spot. And so we better use our length and our speed and our athleticism. Otherwise, we're going to get pushed around some.
Well, the guys you have allow you to play a little bit more full court, do some stuff maybe you've done in the past.
The guys will allow me to play more full court. The problem is the rules won't. We're going to play more full court. We got to pick our spots on where we trap. We can't have contact in trapping areas where an offensive player makes a basketball play, dribbling, passing, or shooting. Otherwise, that contact is going to get called in the defense. They've made a lot of rules that have made what I've done historically more difficult. I have to adjust within the framework of those rules, but we're still going to extend defensively, because the more we get away from our basket, the better we look, as long as we don't foul.
How have you adjusted, without giving too much away, but how have
Well,
you had to-
trapping areas. Like, in other words, we can't trap over 94 feet, so we better trap in corners where two things. One, we have a better advantage because we have 2 defenders in the corners. And secondly, the officials recognize that we have 2 defenders in the corners. They'll recognize that the offense has put themselves at a bit of a pickle. Therefore, I would think that they were allowed for a little bit more contact and not bail the offense out.
Specifically, Jared Harper, what have you seen out of him so far?
I said a long time ago, I said, you guys are going to want to buy tickets to watch him play. That's all. You're going to want to come to practice to watch him play. Go, really? It's pretty good.
Bruce, you've said in speaking engagements that this team will be relevant. What does relevant mean to you?
Relevant depends. It just depends on what happens. It depends how much better we get. I think we will be, but it just depends on how much we grow and how quickly we can win.
What do you think you'll see out of that first scrimmage tomorrow?
I think a real adjustment to the officiating. We're going to have officials tomorrow, and I think we'll see a real adjustment to how they're guarding it. I bet you there's a lot of moving screens. I bet you there's a lot of contact that we've allowed in practice that the officials won't allow, and then how quickly we can adjust to it. I'll take one more.
Bruce, how do you feel about your recruiting so far, especially the 17, 18, 19 classes?
Well, I can't comment on future recruiting because
Not specific.
can't comment on specifics, but obviously we just, great players want to play with other great players. Great players want to get coached. I've got great confidence in my coaching staff. I think prospects are saying the fact that we were second in the league in attendance percentage. I think that they're recognizing that, and it's been an easy sell. Okay, guys, thank you.